this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Sunday the 24th of May. Australians Bitcoin against US dollar in the hourly candlesticks, bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fall back through the pivot of 34,790 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 38,341. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 37,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 38,384 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Bitcoin target resistance at the 38.2% fib at 41,592 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 41,935. Fall back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 31,196 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer clear of the second major support level at 27,645. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day following yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting the early upside. On the EMAs, the 50s flattened out against the 100 and the 200, signaling a possible bottoming out, so need to keep an eye on that. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fallback through the pivot 34,790 and break back through to 37,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will be in play. Across Ethereum against US dollar, also positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 2070 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 2412. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 2400 levels. However, barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and Sunday's high at 2382 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Ethereum target at 38.2% fib at 2740 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2724. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1758 and the 62% fib at 1725 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of the second major support level at 1416. Looking at the MACDs, also a widening of the bullish histograms after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting the early upside. On the EMAs, the 50s also flattening out against the 100 and the 200, so need to keep an eye on that through the early part of the day. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 2070, break back through to 2400 levels to then target that 38.2% fib. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, also a positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin move back through the pivot at 146 to take a run at the first major resistance level and the 62% fib at 174. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from 150 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect the first major resistance level and the 62% fib to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Litecoin target 190 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 205. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 115 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 100s. Second major support level sits at 87. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day following yesterday's late bullish cross, tracking the broader market. On the EMAs, still a bearish indicator, however, with the 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 146 and break out from 150s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 0.8038 and break back through the 62% fib 8573 to bring the first major resistance level at 0.9568 into play. It needs to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.9 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 0.96753 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.1 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.1205. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 0.6401 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.6 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.4871. Looking at the MACDs, tracking the broader market, a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after yesterday's late bullish cross. On the EMAs, however, the 50 has pulled further back from the 100 and the 200, pegging Ripple's XRP back early on. So key would be to move back through the pivot 0.8038 and break back through the 62% fib at 0.8573 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.